afternoon, everyone. Rebel Shadow here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Eon Kid episode 8. This is actually the first time I've ever done a review on this specific series. Specifically, I'm doing this because a good friend of mine who goes by the name of Code Lyoko Fan 2002 on YouTube, basically recommended this series to me. And by the way, I've been watching this quite a lot, and honestly, it ain't bad. The series is not bad at all. I mean, we've even made a few inside jokes about it, and there's a lot of crazy shit that happens here. And it's like I just have to rewatch this entire episode just to give you my honest opinions on it, since I've seen it so many times. But then this is basically the sequel to episode 7, which is known as the Grand Wrestling Tournament. And honestly, since I am a hardcore fan of professional wrestling, and I'm pretty sure you guys know how much I love my wrestling. For that specific reason alone, I am reviewing this episode. And honestly, we continue. We start looking at this. We start looking at this with the opening intro of the show. I'm pretty sure you already know that. So I'm basically like rewatching the entire episode and reviewing it as well. Though I've seen the episode so many times, I don't even need to. You already know how the episode goes. But then, as simple as that. I don't even know where to begin with this episode. I mean, sometimes there is logic in this episode that makes absolutely no remote fucking sense, especially in the sense of the professional wrestling match. But then, oh my god, I see Jenny in this series, and by god, she is a completely ignorant, disrespectful, annoying, I hate saying this word, but it's true, a retarded piece of fucking shit, an absolute spit in the face to the entire series, and a full on entitled brat. Do I even need to say anything more about this kid? I mean, all she does is just tease Marty for the sake of being annoying, and by God, I mean it when I say that. She is very, very, very fucking annoying. I mean, I'm believe me, uh, as a partially well-known fan of the series, I mean, well, I'm not really too much of a fan, but I do like the series itself. But then, honestly, all of us Eon Kid fans, we hate Jenny with the burning passion. I hate this kid with every fiber of my being, and there's a lot of fiber. I don't even know where to begin with this. Like, some of the characters I hardly even know, but then, goddamn, whenever I see Orange Mama, I always think like, the first question that comes to mind, I'm always like, who the fuck is this hag? Even worse, she literally defends Jenny every single time. You literally, like, Orange Mama, you literally raise a spoiled fucking brat and you're proud of it. How dare you? Fuck you and eat a dick. Now, on to the rest of the episode. There isn't much to explain with the rest of this stuff, but all I can tell you is that, well, there's this random wrestling tournament that happens here. I don't even know what the context of this shit is. But I think Marty's fight is against, how do you say, King of the Grand Desert Bikers, otherwise known as Sampak, and this is honestly one of the greatest fights I've ever seen, despite the fact that there are several flaws with this match. And honestly, I absolutely love the way that this match is advertised. Looks like something you would see in a, how do you say, in a hardcore wrestling death match. What is this? What is this, fucking CZW or something? I mean, honestly, look at the match card. I'm looking at the match card. Falcon, Red Star versus Iron Kid Marty. Honestly, in celebration of Code Lyoko Fan 2002's birthday, I am going to recreate the entire arena from that show in WWE 2K19, and then gonna I'm gonna present that to her as a another birthday gift. So there we go. We cut. I'm gonna get straight into the match. Like look at the ring's design. I mean, it looks like a regular ring, but there's just this is kind of off, especially because the fact that well the turnbuckles and look at this. The cage I can work with, but the turnbuckles and ring posts, this is not okay. I honestly said it. This is not okay. I can't fucking do this. Also, take a look at how small this fucking arena is. It's as small as a fucking UFC fight or something like that. Also, can we just take some time to realize that the commentators for this match literally look like they were animated in extra normal or something like that? I'm pretty sure you guys already know what extra normal was. That it was a software that was widely used during the late 2000s and early 2010s, but no one fucking uses it anymore because it's dead. Orange Mama's literally at the event. I don't even fucking know why. And honestly, it's funny how these. It's funny how Sampak or the King of the Grand Desert Bikers is literally trying to sound intimidating, despite the fact that he really isn't. But this guy would literally fucking massacre Marty in a heartbeat. I don't know. I want to know who fucking booked this match. Who booked this match? Because this is kind of, you're literally pitting a you're basically pitting a weaker man against a stronger individual, and you're basically doing that just for the satisfaction of trying to kill this kid. I mean, come on, you know you can't beat him. I mean, and the surprising thing is that Marty is repeatedly getting his ass kicked throughout the entire fucking episode. I mean, I don't even understand why, but he is. So basically, what I'm seeing here is that this is called the Super Orange Tournament. I'm going to fucking recreate this logo. I really need to do that as soon as possible. I'm telling you right now, this is fucking gold. Now, what else do I have to say about that? Dude, take a look at that. Also, take a look at it. Also, cartoon logic is also seen here because he literally, because we see Sampak diving off the top rope. Normally, if you have a wrestler that weight, it would end up breaking the ring post. Actually, no, not just the ring post, but the turnbuckle itself, and cause part of the ring to collapse. And not to mention the weight of this could literally kill Marty. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So, Marty keeps dodging Sampak throughout his every move. And honestly, this ring post, that is not even possible. How do you even make a fucking fingerprint on a goddamn ring post? I mean, honestly, you don't ever see that in wrestling. And not to mention, wrestling turnbuckles and ring posts are not supposed to be that wide. Unless it's an LED panel that you see on modern day wrestling programming like Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. You don't ever see shit like that on NXT though. Never. But only on Raw and SmackDown. But honestly, as a professional wrestling fan, I know you don't watch wrestling, Rozzy, in case you're watching this, but I'm just letting you know right now. If you were to ever sign a contract with WWE, I recommend signing a contract to be on the NXT roster because being on the NXT roster is considered a luxury. While being on the main roster like Raw and SmackDown is basically considered a punishment rather than a luxury. So whatever you do not under any circumstances ever come to the Raw or SmackDown roster. Now, what the fuck am I rambling on about? What else do I need to say? All I'm seeing here is just Marty posing and wasting time during the match. Like posing, 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 posing. Jesus. What the fuck am I watching here? I want to see some action. And just like that, Marty prepares himself. He thinks he can fight, but surprisingly he can't. Like, and he punch. Like, and here's a funny thing: Marty actually does punch Sampak, but then Sampak actually absorbs that punch like a fucking sponge, which is quite surprising. Also, it looks like this guy's made of metal, but I don't know if he is. But if he was made of metal, it wouldn't be wobbling around like that. What the fuck? That punch didn't even have that much of an impact. What the hell? Ew. Oh god. Since when did Sampak become a sumo wrestler? I'm like, he literally fucking dodged Marty like that and then just pushed him back on the other side of the ring. Normally, ring turnbuckles, actually, no, ring ropes are supposed to be bouncy. So why didn't he like? Why didn't he when he got sent to the other side of the ropes? Why didn't he do an Irish whip? Or is this like something wrong? Something is seriously wrong with this ring, honestly. I don't know if there's anyone watching this match though, because honestly, this match looks like it's being done in front of an empty arena, but it's in a cage. Also, not to mention the fact that there's also this moment in time. If you watch the full episode on YouTube around the 18 minute and 6 second mark, uh, Sampak is literally trying to fucking kill Marty, but then something surprising happens a bit. I don't know how. I don't even know how Marty was able to come at him at the end, but then this, like, honestly, I'm just gonna ignore the fact that they literally cut from the match to go to this stupid moment with Jenny and focus more on the match with Sampak. And honestly, I had to review this match. This dialogue is completely fucking a bit weird. And Marty got sent to the other side of the ring, and I don't know how that happened, but it did. Like, also, can we just take some time to realize that there are also some moments? Oh, there's the rope bounce. And we also take some time to realize that there are also some moments that also reveal Sampak's cleavage, which is kind of weird. Like, why are we focusing on his metal dick? Why is the camera guys doing that? And just like that, that's like superhuman strength. Marty Lily got his face thrown across the. Seriously, like he got his face thrown 16 feet across the ring and into the cage, and not one single ow. Like, what the fuck? This cartoon logic seriously had to ruin the whole entire match. Also, not to mention, normally in a wrestling match, when you do that, you end up getting your fucking head busted open. I mean, I don't even know what to say about Buttons, considering the fact that I mostly see him as a side character rather than a main character. Honestly, I don't really have many. Look at this. Marty's about to die, and just like this, Zampak makes a surprising jump, right? And then He's literally trying to fight. He's literally trying to fight back against Marty. Marty is literally about to die for some reason. I mean, honestly, like this guy's like I would call it cheating if cheating even existed in wrestling. But like, there's no such thing as cheating in professional wrestling. Also, here we go. I'm taking a look at this part. This is the part that really pissed me off about the wrestling match. Just like this, just like this, Marty comes back on the offensive. How do I say this? Also, I honestly admire the use of metal music in this episode, especially during this match, because I fucking love heavy metal. I seriously want to know what the soundtrack is. I mean, Marty isn't really that strong at times, but this time, at some point, he is. This is the part where he real. This is the part that really pissed me off. Marty uses his iron fist and then goes Super Saiyan with it, and then ends up pushing Sampak to a corner of the ring. And then surprisingly, he is weakened. and then that ring post almost breaks. Like what the fuck? And then just like that, Sandpack is down. He's pushing the corner of the ring post, and then this happens. Then what happens next? What happens next is that Marty unexpectedly wins that match. And yeah, just like that, Marty wins that match. And honestly, this logic really fucking pissed me off because that's not how you win a wrestling match. I mean, if you like, you don't just win a wrestling match simply by pushing him against a fucking ring post. You need to slam your opponent down on the mat and then pin him for a good 3 seconds. Like lift up on his legs or go on his chest and then have a referee count 1, 2, 3 while you're pinning him down to the ground. And then that's how you win a match. Either that or just make him tap out by doing a submission move, like for example, a headlock or a leg lock or an armbar or something like that. Like this match, honestly, I love the episode, but I don't hate the episode in any way, shape, or form. But I hate the logic that was used in this because the logic of this match ended up being so stupid. No offense, that it gives the middle finger to other wrestling matches. Honestly, I am very dissatisfied with how Marty won the match. I'm not satisfied. I'm satisfied with the outcome. I mean, the result of the match being that Marty won that match. But then Marty should have at least pinned him to the ground or get a submission. I know he's weak, but come on. I genuinely don't give one shadow of a fuck if it's his cartoon logic. I mean, honestly, honestly, this match is kind of an insult to other professional wrestling matches I've seen thus far. And honestly, I just can't anymore. I mean, I can't even begin to fucking process this match because the way that this match was won is kind of an insult to me. And honestly, as a professional wrestling fan and expert for over 6 years, never in my life have I ever seen logic so stupid that it literally affects the world of professional wrestling. And honestly, what the fuck? Honestly, words cannot describe how much this makes me angry. Like this really makes me angry because of that. I mean, there's absolutely no proper logic in this. I mean, have you ever? I mean, I doubt that anyone here has even watched wrestling. Like, what's the fucking point in calling it a wrestling tournament if you don't even use the same logic that regular professional wrestling matches do? And honestly, it makes no goddamn sense. It really doesn't. Honestly, like how an episode manages to exist is beyond me. I mean, this is basically what is this? I think this is like a two-parter or something like that. I think this is probably a two-parter since we've seen the episode 7 being uh the Grand Wrestling Tournament. Don't call it a wrestling tournament if you don't use the same logic that wrestling matches do. That like honestly, how fucking dare you call this a wrestling match if you're not even gonna use the same proper logic that regular wrestling matches do? Like this shit really pissed me off, and I honestly can't. Words cannot describe how irate I am right now. I am that angry. Like no kidding, I am genuinely angry. Oh man. Either way, either way. How do I say this? If I had to give this episode a solid review, I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I would have, or maybe an 8.2 out of 10. I would have given a perfect 10 score had they not ruined the episode with this stupid fucking cartoon logic. Especially because the fact that it doesn't even function like how a regular wrestling match would. It's really fucking stupid. Yeah. Side note: I don't hate the series at all. I just I'm just very angry at the with the ending of this episode. I mean, honestly, cartoon logic has basically ruined professional wrestling, to which this episode is a clear example as such. Fuck this episode. Well, not completely, but just only for the sake of the fact that they did it wrong with professional wrestling. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say for the matter. I'm running out of things to say. Like this video, subscribe and turn on notifications because I post new content almost every single day. I guess I'll see y'all in my next review in my next video. I think I might do a wrestling live stream tonight. I don't know. So, either way, Razi, if you're watching this, happy 19th birthday, and I really hope that you have a blessed day. And for all my viewers, until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Stay blessed, and of course, stay sexy. Peace.